There is a strange and dangerous irony unfolding in America right now. A growing class of white liberal women are marching, often literally, against the very systems that keep society stable: borders, family, law, accountability, and even their own future. They call it compassion. They call it progress. But history has another word for it: self sabotage. So the question isn't whether this movement is radical. The real question is what is driving it? Because what we're seeing in the streets isn't strength. It looks a lot more like emptiness looking for purpose. Today, we're decoding the psychology, the behavior, and the consequences behind a very specific phenomenon: white liberal women at the center of chaos and the ideology fueling it. Welcome back to Charisma Daily. Now, before we get into the viral street chaos, we need to understand the mindset. This first clip explains how white liberal women and BLM activists are often indoctrinated into an ideology that replaces reality with moral performance.
I was looking at Fox News the other day, and they were showing Minneapolis and all the protesters out there. And it was actually Gutfeld's show, I believe. And one thing they brought out that I 100% agree with is all you seen out there was females. Now, you seen a few men here, there, and now and again, getting in people's face, but it was mostly outraged, crazy liberal women, predominantly white liberal women. Now, when I was watching, Ilhan Omar was out there, but she was very, very calm and very reserved. I seen a black woman yelling and screaming and crying because they went into the home and they took out a man, and he looked like he was black. I don't know if he was where he came from, but he looked like he was black. That just goes to show you that not everybody who is black is a foundational black American. And so we're not all the same, you know what I'm saying? But I didn't mean to get into all that, but I just wanted to drop that little nugget to y'all. Kind of like Haiti and all them and Africans that are true African. We're not the same. They don't even like us, okay? But nevertheless, it's females that are leading the charge against ICE agents. And they look pretty dangerous to me. Very dangerous, actually. They yelling and screaming and getting in front of vehicles, jumping on vehicles, just acting a plum D fool. But notice I said how Ilhan Omar was acting very reserved. Now, she was out there, she said her little speech, but she was very reserved with her speech. What I'm trying to say is they're using people to do their dirty work. These women actually think that they are doing God a service. They actually think that the ICE agent, as the black woman from Black Lives Matter said, are unalivers and demons, but they are not. Black Lives Matter women and white liberal women are indoctrinated, and they are totally disassociated from reality. And those political beasts, such as Ilhan Omar, are pulling their strings while staying in political power, knowing that she is graping the people for every cent that they got. And let's not forget, she is, in fact, Islamic. And we know that they want to enter into every house in America. It's a big game, a big using game. And at the end of the day, all those white liberal women and those Black Lives Matter women will lose. They just don't see it yet, but I see it clear as day. I refuse to be a slave for those in political power. All I have to say about ICE in Minnesota, ICE, ICE, baby. Get these people the heck out of our country.
This isn't activism, it's identity replacement. When belief systems are built on feelings instead of facts, reality becomes optional.
Really good. I think it's a legendary terror.
Get the hell out of here! You're not welcome! Go
Those are decoys, not ducks. Retard.
Well, off. We don't want you shooting around here.
I don't give a I don't want you walking around here.
Off. This is public property.
Exactly my point. Thanks for proving our point.
We don't shoot anything alive, you off.
These are already dead. These are already dead.
You won't.
Here.
They're already dead.
I don't like shooting you off. You off.
Those birds identified as dead already.
You.
Oh, I love it.
Hey, I'm trying.
Look at here. Now.
Oh yeah.
You get that on video?
Yeah.
He enrolled that.
Play no fascist USA. No ice. No 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 play no fascist USA. No ice.
Now let's talk about what happens when ideology meets real law enforcement. Not Minneapolis, not soft governance, Florida.
Wait.
Don't you dare start kicking.
No! Stop!
Close. Lift your head up.
This is what believe all women and abolish borders look like when it collides with reality. You don't get moral immunity because you're an emotional. You don't get to assault officers because you're just a mom or just protesting. Actions still have consequences. And here's the part nobody wants to say out loud, but the data keeps confirming it.
Women are, especially liberal women, are not doing well. You see the highest rates of mental illness among single liberal women. And it's because it's a philosophy that pits women against their own bodies and against their own children. Feminism coaches women to reject their bodies, reject the natural realities, especially of their fertility, especially of their reproductive capacity.
Truth has become a right-wing concept. You cannot say it, because if you say it, you are considered right-wing. And to be right-wing is to be in league with the forces of evil. Education was turned from being the transmission of a culture down through the generations into the overturning of a culture on the basis that the culture was illegitimate, racist, colonialist, and all the rest of it. And we are where we are.
So knowledge and wisdom are increasingly unappointed.
10 years ago, you wrote, conservative women are seem to be particularly blissful. About 40% say they're very happy. That makes them slightly happier than conservative men and significantly happier than liberal women.
Yeah.
The unhappiest of all are liberal men. Only about a fifth consider themselves very happy.
That was true 10 years ago. Liberal women have overtaken liberal men as the unhappiest group. You find that particularly young women, very interesting new data show that white liberal women under 30 have almost a 6 in 10 chance of having been diagnosed with a mental illness in America today. It's a really big problem. And there's lots of speculation about what that has to do with politics, what it has to do with race, what it has to do with age, et cetera, et cetera. But what you find is that this is a group that's really, really struggling. And it's a pity because it's not good for them. It's not good for society. And that's what we see. So I don't think that being a political conservative is a panacea for being a happy person, but we see disproportionately these happiness and unhappiness effects in different parts of the population for sure.
This isn't an insult, it's a warning sign. When ideology tells women they don't need family, structure, faith, or responsibility, but promises fulfillment anyway, the result is isolation, anxiety, and rage.
I've been putting more of a weight in the track.
Do not break my fucking window. You guys got into the John is looking at is a black.
Get out of the fucking, get out of the car. Put the car in park, get out of the car. Put the car in park, get out of the car. Get out of the car.
Virginia, CBN.
You know I'm a Marine Corps veteran. I don't care what you want. You fucking knew I'll fucking tase you. You fucking knew I'll fucking tase you. Get the fuck out of the car right now. Get the fuck out of the car, please.
Some people are finally saying the quiet part out loud.
One of the biggest threats in America right now is the white, liberal American woman. They are so fucking radicalized at this point that they can't even see that they're no longer fighting for Americans. They're willing to ride or die for fucking illegal criminals that have come into this country. It is absolutely absurd. And it's dangerous because these women also have kids and they're pushing these radicalized fucking crazy ideology onto their children. And until we start fixing the problem with white American liberal women, shit is not going to change in this country. We're witnessing firsthand what happens when liberal women are radicalized in Minneapolis, Minnesota. You're literally seeing firsthand what happens. And until we can get through to those fucking women and make them realize, like, hey, you should be ride or die for American citizens because you're a fucking American. Period. What the fuck are you doing? Liberals need to get their heads out of their ass. Get their shit together. Because it's America first, motherfuckers.
You cannot rebuild a country you fundamentally resent. And you cannot protest a civilization you've been taught to despise. And it isn't just women noticing this.
You know, at some point, we really have to have a conversation about what to do with individuals who go out of their way to impede and obstruct ICE agents as they are trying to detain illegal immigrants who should not be here in this country in the first place. I feel like every day now I turn on my phone and I see a video of someone, and unfortunately, it's usually a white, liberal female who gets in the way of ICE agents doing what they're supposed to be doing. And they're shouting at them, screaming at them, asking them to take their masks off. Bear in mind, these are the same people who a few years ago were demanding you keep your mask on, but I digress. And all they're doing now is becoming a public nuisance. Now, this indicates just how well the Democrat Party has indoctrinated their base to believe that these ICE agents are out there just kidnapping people off the street. And ICE has said time and time again, they're not just kidnapping indiscriminately. They actually have a vetting process if they're going after criminal illegal aliens who are in this country. But that's not good enough for your average leftist. They have to feel like they are part of something or they're resisting something, even though they have been the ones going along with everything day in and day out for the past 5 years at the very least. But I'm tired of seeing these individuals be so emboldened that they will get up in the face of an ICE agent who is detaining an individual who these people have no idea what they're even being arrested for. They just feel like, oh, I have to be this white knight, this messianic person who's going to save the poor, helpless minority person because that's the only way I derive any sense of meaning or purpose for my life. It's tiresome, it's annoying, and it needs to stop. So I don't know what should happen to these people. You tell me what you think in the comment section down below. Should they be arrested as well? Should they be charged? I would argue they very well should. Those are my thoughts, and I'm hopeful that you agree.
When men withdraw, when families collapse, when birth rates plummet, this is part of the same story.
Let my people go! Let my people go! No! Oh my God! Don't touch her! Don't touch her!
Move back.
Don't touch!
Whoa! Takedown! There they go. I don't know where they're taking them. I guess they're taking them to the airport. Yes. What a performance. What a performance. Her people, man. She wanted just to free her people.
And finally, this myth that white liberal women are some kind of unstoppable resistance force? Really, check it out.
White liberal women, I don't know who you think you are. You're not Superman. You're not just going to stop ICE agents from arresting illegals. Honestly, you guys need another cause right now. Go buy a handmaid's costume. Go protest in front of a pregnancy center or something. You won't get hurt there.
Marching doesn't equate or equal governing. Screaming doesn't equal strength. And activism doesn't replace adulthood.
This isn't oppression. This is lack of discipline. This is indoctrination. I'm tired of people with zero emotional regulation, zero accountability, zero responsibility, and somehow 100% audacity. No integrity, no loyalty, no home training, no situational awareness, no shame. Acting wild in public like the world is their living room. And this isn't about race. This behavior comes in every shade and every culture. We raise the generation on no child left behind, even when they should have been. Gentle parenting with no consequences. Participation trophies for bare minimum effort. Constant excuses for unacceptable behavior, internet validation, instant gratification, and main character syndrome. Me, 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 me. Now, everyone is loud, offended, entitled, and confused why life isn't clapping for them. You can't function at work. You can't disagree without melting down. You can't be corrected without crying disrespect. We are watching idiocracy in real time.
What we're witnessing isn't empowerment, it's displacement. When people lack meaning, they attach themselves to causes. When they lack purpose, they manufacture enemies. And when they lack fulfillment, they mistake destruction for progress. This isn't about immigration, it's about identity collapse.
Why are you not at Whipple protesting? Why are you not standing up with your Latino and Somali community?
Interrupting worship. That's what these chaos makers are doing. All of this type of behavior is plaguing the Democrat-led city of Minneapolis at this point. A group of angry protesters, heck, let's call them agitators, and when some yell anything other than the protesting, we can call them criminals. They're screaming and chanting profanities in the name of God, actually, they said, to get rid of ICE in the name of Jesus. Renee Good, also something that they were shouting about. She was the woman who was fatally shot by ICE earlier this month after she rammed her car into one of the federal agents. One video appears to show a protester inside that church, calling churchgoers, quote, comfortable white people while shouting, you have your nice jewelry, but what do you do to stand with your Somali community?
And in closing, history doesn't remember who shouted the loudest. It remembers who protected what mattered. And right now, the question isn't whether this movement feels good. It's whether it survives the consequences it keeps demanding. If you want the truth behind the headlines, the patterns the media isn't highlighting, you're in the right place. That's what we do here. And we don't cancel the conversation, we decode it. If this made you uncomfortable, good. Growth usually does. Stay grounded and keep decoding with me. Remember to like and share this episode and subscribe to Kharisma Daily. Take care and bye for now.
I have this spirit in me that's like, well, I'm just going to go up and punch an ICE agent right in the mouth, and I will go to jail. I might die. I will go to jail, and I will not be as helpful to the cause as I could be talking to my phone and showing up to my job. And that kills me. I want to be doing more. I definitely don't want to assault an ICE officer. I'm just saying that's the vibe that I have.
Middle-aged, lesbian, non-binary, queerish folks. If you have suggestions, thanks.
Here we are at my official dating profile request. I am a relationship anarchist. I am on the lookout for somebody who right now will I be able to call and say, hey, get in the passenger seat and let's go some up? Because right now in Minneapolis, what is happening are we are being occupied by ICE agents. So if that's you, if you're interested in some up, message me.